I got your bitch singing la 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 la. How I try like that.
Подписка на музыку ВКонтакте – это крупнейшая библиотека легальных треков прямо у вас в кармане. Путешествуйте с музыкой и слушайте ее в любой точке мира. А если интернета нет, скачивайте любимые треки в музыкальном приложении Boom, и все это всего за 149 рублей в месяц.
Поздний вечер, из окна на кухне тени зажигают свет. Сколько ни пытался разобраться в людях, я устал, отец. На моем пути встречалось много разные все. У каждого здесь своя правда, свой бог и свой цвет. Но как правильно жить, я так и не нашел ответ. Запомни, есть два типа людей. Одни готовы рвать этот мир до костей, идут по головам, не жалея ногтей, и черта оправдают, лишь бы оседлать цели. Есть два типа людей, другие никогда не оставят в беде, стоящие за совестью, уперты за все. У каждого здесь своя правда, свой бог и свой цвет. Ну как правильно жить? Смотри, не разорвись, между ними ее нет. В темноте пала звезда за горизонт. Ну а что, если каждому нужен отдельный подход? Ведь этот вроде бы соврал, но покаялся прям вслед. Этот вроде бы воровал, но исправился в момент. Этот с виду нахал, наплевал на всех. А поговоришь нормально наедине. Запомни, есть два типа людей. Одни готовы лгать, пускай в глаза пыль, другими всем казаться, подбираясь плотнее, после вытворять, так что крыша в огне. И есть два типа людей, другие никогда не подставят друзей, не скажут за себя, не удушат в ответ. Смотри, не разорвись, между ними ее нет. Будь готов, наверняка настанет тот миг, когда ты останешься здесь совершенно один. И те, на кого ронялся, набили кошельки. И вроде всем вокруг плевать, свернешь ли с пути. Чтобы на своем стоять уже и нет больше веских причин. Запомни, есть два типа людей. Одни готовы впрямь тебе до конца верить, берутся помогать, не замечая потерь. И их совесть чиста, как слеза матери. И есть два типа людей. Они могут прощать даже самых зверей. Те этим поживиться не упустят момент. Внутри не разорвись, между ними юнец. И есть два типа людей. Одни готовы рвать этот мир до костей, идут по головам, не жалея ногтей, и черта оправдает, лишь бы оседлать цели. Есть два типа людей, другие никогда не оставят в беде, стоящие за совестью и уперты за честь. Внутри не разорвись, между ними юнец. И есть два типа людей. Одни готовы рвать этот мир до костей, идут по головам, не жалея ногтей, и черта оправдает, лишь бы оседлать цели. Есть два типа людей, другие никогда не оставят в беде, стоящие за совестью и уперты за честь. Внутри не разорвись, между ними юнец. Смотри, не разорвись, между ними юнец. Смотри, не разорвись, между ними юнец. Есть два людей, есть два людей, есть два людей. Смотри, не разорвись, между ними юнец. Есть два людей, есть два людей.
Я офигею, если будут стрим снайпить, то вообще не по кайфу будет. Так, 2 человека смотрят, да? Вот сейчас я начну. Главная команда на стриме. Ну сейчас 100% пойдет. Я же сказал. О, найс. Просто хорошо. Это просто хорошо. Чекайте, сейчас, короче, сдохну. Просто, типа, если я упаду. Hello, team. Сейчас посмотрим, сколько людей смотрит. А, 1 человек, нормально, Максим, это ты.
Let's go, my friends.
Слушай, если типа дать плюс сюда. Что, я один? Я тупо от них побегаю все это играл.
Let us go.
Найс. Я на последнем месте, как всегда. Даже в самом начале.
Разбил.
Go
We shall rule the day.
Что-то у меня фризит немножко.
I'm throwing flashback.
О, нормально, уже первого убили гранаты, да. Go? Go rush, man.
Шорт, шорт, шорт. One short.
А, найс, найс.
Behind.
Я пытался. Я очень сильно пытался, но... да.
One short.
А, найс, найс.
Behind.
Flashback.
Что-то я АФК стою. А, уже один слился, нормально. Воу, найс. Типа,
Бай-бай, пацаны. Бай-бай.
давайте не пушить, пожалуйста.
Давай стрим твой выключим.
Почему?
Выключи стрим, я понял.
Потому что...
В смысле, я кидал только в нашу команду и все.
Да даже когда холодят до пятерки идут.
У тебя не пробился нигде?
Бать, у нас 1000 человек смотрят.
Да, да, ты что?
Нет, у меня смотрит 1000 нас.
Да?
Ага.
А, скажи, пожалуйста,
Никнейм. Помогите, помогите. Алло, 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 помогите.
а может для тебя?
Фиг, нет, у меня нет.
Черт. Full mid, maybe. Сейчас посмотрим, что за чувак. Так. Больше не вижу, фэнку перешел на Bluetooth. Как его там звали? Коридор. Так, о, нифига. Сколько же смотрит? А, найс, 1000 человек, да. Смотрит 1 человек, найс. Я подпишусь. Если у него нет задержки, то это очень хорошо.
Слева посмотри.
У него, короче, это механика. Очень сложно сделать.
Ой, бля.
Патроны, сука.
А, фига он там орёт. Чувак нормально стримит, в принципе. Ну, типа, качество у меня 100 раз лучше, наверное.
Кого позвать?
Кого позвать? Я тоже не понял, что с качеством. У меня разрешение, ты знаешь, в каком я играю?
Нет.
Вот. Не фулл играю.
Мне нравится... Планы. Maybe лучше. А, заправили.
Один в сайте. Один в сайте, забери бомбу.
Ловер.
Где? Вы что делаете? Сколько ему? Минус 74 дал. Что за фигня?
Take care of yourself. Flashback. Throwing a flashback. Throwing a flashback.
Нижний. Go, 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 go.
Какой гол?
I'm throwing a flashback.
Что за меня фризи, дядь? Я тебе бамбу скину лучше.
Ну,
Давай на шифте зайдем.
Flashback.
Окей.
Блять, не туда, сука. Сверху. Все. Да это, блядь, карта дебильная, блядь, ненавижу ее.
Я тоже с ней играю. А что за фигня? Оу.
Let's go, my brothers.
Давай, не пушим, пацаны, все, аккуратненько сейчас, пускай они пушат. Они, кстати, сами любят пушить.
Я знаю.
Не заходите, они кидают. Синий, одуплись. Стой, стой, стой.
Кто-нибудь возьмите боксы. Желтый, возьми боксы, пожалуйста, не лезь мне. Тёмка? Или нет? А, Миз.
Вон где.
Фиолетовый, подтянись. Наверх.
Grenade.
Maybe shot. Да. Смотрит один человек. Тупо... А что делать? Не знаю, лагает немножко.
I'm throwing smoke.
Так, немножко. Нормально так.
Лонг не идем.
Боксы.
Аккуратненько.
Шорт.
Grenade.
А, мне трап нужен. Давайте попробуем. Мне калаш, пожалуйста.
Блять, сзади! Он внизу. Внизу еще один.
Виклер.
Go B, go B, go B, be clear, no,
Би клир, гоу. Все, уходи, уходи, техно. Ебать.
Что делать? Что за фигня? Тупо камбэчем.
Какой авик, алё? А, понял. Не надо, лонг не надо, ой, мид, да, лонг не надо. Пойдем мид закрываем. Тени, пошли, пошли.
Я тёмкаю. Он лоу хп. Лоу HP.
Блять, сука, шорт, ну чё ты желтый?
Behind. Behind, да. Шо я так ору?
К лонку идем.
А, мид есть, мид вопрос.
Стой, ну не топайте, алё, шифтите немножко.
I'm throwing smoke. Grenade. Throwing fire.
А, бомба в боксах, найс. А, шорт есть.
I'm throwing a grenade.
А, сити. А, он, короче, на корабль стоит. Найс, лев. Что? Короче, доиграй faceit, пойду смотри Старладер. Ой, ветеран карты даст 2, найс. Короче, такая тема. А, нет никакой темы. Короче, доиграй faceit, пойду смотри Старладер. Я вот не понимаю, как типа со стримом пойдем в топ. Пожалуйста.
Шотком.
Почему пушит, правда? Желтый.
Почему они пушат?
Верхний, темка. Оранжевый.
Throwing a decoy.
Надо что за фигня ловушки?
А чё за прикол, я не понял.
А ты типа один остался, понимаешь?
Нет, я не про это говорю, а как, блядь, он так вот въебет?
Ну типа смотри, он на одного запрыгнул, то есть на меня. А вот другого не знаю, как убил. Что типа я такой поднимаюсь, он на меня прыгает. Ну это ГГ, короче. Давайте лонг выйдем, что-то мы лонг не ходим.
We will defeat the mercenaries.
Давайте фул лонг выйдем.
Подожди.
Лонг.
1Б, там 1Б всего.
А,
Нет, 2Б, пошли лонг.
пошли. Ну типа не
Давай,
факт, что-
давай.
Давай.
Залетай сразу. Го.
Чекните яму.
Ямы есть.
Нету ямы.
Смоки может
Машину
правда быть.
никто не чекает, да? Красавчики. Машину никто не чекает, но меня убили, найс.
Зеленый, ты где? Бомбой.
У меня сзади есть.
Ты что, дядя? Найс. Можешь поставить бомбу? У тебя бомба зеленая. Нормально отыграли, чуваки. Дайте дроп. Фиолетовый, дай дроп.
Так, а я чуть-чуть дам-то. А, это не я.
Фиолетовый, дай дроп.
Shall regret this day.
Садите.
Спасибо.
2Б, пацаны. Блять, ну идите же, говорю, Б. Стоп, уходим. 3Б.
Давайте отойдем.
Не пушит Б.
Я застрял.
Блять, ну... Ранжо, а чё ты со мной не пошел?
Ну типа потому что тебя убили.
Так вот, если бы ты бы помог, меня бы не убили. Я понял, блядь, ну, продаешь.
Душ, пожалуйста. Ну зачем? Фиолетовый, ты такой тупой, я тебе говорю, не пушить, ты все равно пушишь. Ну что за тупые игроки, я не понимаю.
Let's go. I'm throwing a flashback.
Говорю, не пушите, они все равно пушат.
Throwing a flashback.
Первый лава фейсик, да.
Бля, помоги, желтый, блядь, ну ёбаный в рот.
Спина, чувак. Мид.
Помоги, помоги.
Ну, я могу просто сказать, что они красавчики и все. Надо что за фигня ловушки? Надо что за фигня ловушки?
А чё за прикол, я не понял.
А ты типа...
Бля, помоги, желтый, блядь, ну ёбаный в рот.
Ты все равно пушишь. Ну, что за тупые игроки, я не понимаю. Ясно. Говорю, не пушишь.
Оранжевый, а ты чё там?
I'm throwing smoke. Throwing fire.
Ясно.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Найс.
Слева, слева, забирайте, быстрее, заходи в Б. Гоби, гоби, гоби.
Давайте
Blending.
чекнем. Сити есть.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Надо было бы тоже.
Все идет.
Throwing fire. I'm throwing a grenade.
Идем, идем, короче, через шорт на этот. Через шорт на. Все, блядь, и все.
Smoke. I'm throwing smoke. Smoke. Flashbang. Grenade. Throwing flashbang.
Чувак, знаешь, прям вообще very good.
Grenade.
Very good result.
Throwing fire.
Пит, пит, пит.
Grenade.
Down this
Все, тупо ждем.
Throwing a grenade.
Найс. Я айду.
Давай.
Let's move out.
Что пушишь синий, ты даун?
Grenade out.
Вообще КТ должен стоять закрыт.
Твоя мамка закрыта. Завали ты
Да
ебало.
тихо, блядь,
долбоёб,
алло.
блядь.
Чувак, ты
Кто пушит, блядь? Кто пушит?
Чувак, я тебе сказал не пушить, помогай лучше.
Шорт, шорт есть, шорт есть.
Даун, я не могу просто.
Бомба упала, шорт.
рампас стоит.
Move it, move it.
Вроде так пишется. Я не
Laying
помню.
down smoke.
Мид. Двери.
Ну, правда?
Может быть Б. Но это не точно.
Что за фигня? Ну, возможно, кемперы просто. А, это А. Ну, типа, меня убили. Просто бомбить от таких игроков, это прям вообще жесть. О, найс, вот этот чувак красава, да? Супер. Чувак на последнем месте зеленый вообще какие-то даун.
Я пойду на лонг.
Что, попробуем? Чувак, можешь не пушить, пожалуйста?
Б.
Бом. Вперед. Бегом. Нормально все.
Качишь.
Че вы нервничаете, блядь? Вот я и говорю, блядь, молодцы, все, тащите.
Какой-нибудь такой чувак, наверное, жирный сидит, короче, за компьютером такой кричит это. Типа, шо вы нервничаете, чуваки, все нормально. Да. Надо было всего лишь что выиграть. Да. Чекните меня, сейчас убьют. Мид вроде. У меня такой раньше скин был на мейн аккаунте. Теперь вот этот мейн аккаунт.
Аккуратно играем по инфе, идите со мной один.
Оу, щит, I gotta fucking go!
Лонг.
Long.
Че вы нервничаете, блядь? Вот я и говорю, блядь, молодцы, все, тащите.
Я не знаю, почему меня так плохо слышно, да. Я не знаю почему. Г.
Опять лонг, опять рашит лонг. Шорт чекай. Кто, смотрите, шорт, блядь.
Я шорт взял. Шот.
Все, оттянулись.
Какой тянули шорт взять? Раскид шорт был.
Бля, это не наебка. На меду двое. Еще, справа. Хорош, кого забирай.
Типа, если он затащит...
А чё ты не стрелял?
Правда, а чё ты не стрелял-то? Сбиваем быстренько. Идём смотреть стрелять.
Сейчас бы будет
Слушай.
Чекайте мастерский смоук, да? Я специально нашел что-то. Это maybe, эй. Тупо вантап был. Это жесть была. Какой-нибудь жир. Чекайте мастерский смоук, да? Я специально нашел что-то. Это maybe, эй. Что настройки, так, аудио, да. Быстро. По нулям. По нулям. Дай сюда. Спасибо, да, спасибо.
Сзади сейчас зайдут.
Шорт.
Уйди.
Зачем мне уходить, чувак?
Ушел бы, оттянулся бы, бомба-то здесь.
Фига у тебя логика.
Сзади есть.
Просто в бездну стреляет. Дай сюда. Что, мы взяли раунд? Мне просто сейчас КД зашкаливает. Какой-нибудь 0.5. Мид. Maybe B.
Че, лонг оставили, да?
Меня тут били. Нормально.
Идите налево. Ты хуй себе.
Ой, чувака.
А, чекай.
Прикольно делать. Чекайте мои клики. Что так темно вот сидать?
У них один бот, пацаны, давайте. Все угодно.
Лучше, чувак. Все, нет бота.
Да, шорт зашли.
Шорт, помогите, пожалуйста.
Еще. Шорт здесь.
Сити.
Одного. Шорт. Опа, АВП. Просто мне не верится, что мы сейчас закомбэчим. Ну, типа, вот этот раунд, он будет последний. Ой, что за смог?
Go, B.
Ну, я же сказал. ГГ. Чувак, сейви, да.
Сейвить, блядь, никто не собирался сейвить, я просто слышал его, да хули.
Типа Старладер закончился? Нет. Все, будем Старладер смотреть. Ну все, он закончился уже, наверное. Что за фигня? Все, будем смотреть Старладер, да. Просто свой микрофон. Я не знаю, типа, когда я включаю OBS, у меня все, типа, становится тихо. Не знаю почему. Эй! А если так? Эй! Ну типа так нормально? Сейчас посмотрим. А если так? Эй! Ну типа так нормально? Сейчас посмотрим.
Gets beaten up. They've made it wider, but still a brutal place to put yourself early.
О, Адриан.
And yet a
Давно его не
necessity.
видел.
A very slow approach here. B control granted to Avantgarde, at least the banana section. They have got Chris J waiting at the coffins, and of course they'll have Frozen waiting with the AK-47 towards the new boxes here. In terms of utility, Chris has one smoke left. They have a couple of flashes between them, so they're not an exactly amazing spot defender for 4B execution here, but there's not really much potential threat, at least it's until now. We're going to see the boost come through, and execution does come through, and it's going to be a lovely shot and kick up, and now Chris J really has to be tested at this point. The bomb goes down. That's the best kill he could have hoped for.
All the players he finds is the bomb carrier. Sanji goes down. They will be able to get those digits punched in without too much other than time.
Всё, не, я типа боюсь, что слишком.
So they're not an exactly amazing spot defender for 4B execution here, but there's not really much potential.
А если так? Эй! Ну типа так нормально? Сейчас посмотрим. Ну типа...
Gets beaten up. They've made it wider, but still a brutal place to put yourself early.
О, Адриан.
And yet a
Давно его не
necessity.
видел.
A very slow approach here. B control granted to Avantgarde, at least the banana section. They have got Chris J waiting at the coffins, and of course they'll have Frozen waiting with the AK-47 towards the new boxes here. In terms of utility, Chris has one smoke left. They have a couple of flashes between them, so they're not an exactly amazing spot defender for 4B execution here, but there's not really much potential threat, at least it's until now. We're going to see the boost come through, and execution does come through, and it's going to be a lovely shot and kick up, and now Chris J really has to be tested at this point. The bomb goes down. That's the best. Getting it done. 4-4s and the single AWP. Avantgarde 11, Mousesports 10. We have one more game to bring you tonight.
I think James' stats might be right up there with Exa Power. When we were looking at fours, we found the stunning stats that suggested that he might be the most dedicated AWP-only player, as in his AWP stats in comparison to every other weapon were absurd. And I think watching the way James is approaching this game, he's so comfortable with that weapon in his grasp. It's there more often than not.
Sanji without the Mac 10 though.
Yeah, and this is kind of strange. He's got a rifle and
uncharted
utility.
territory, yeah.
See how they handle it. Reaggress towards Banana. Oh, it's gone so well. The rest dip behind the wall. It's traded 1-for-1. If Roxit gets away, that's damage done. It does delay them, but admittedly, abundance of time. Utility being thrown in their direction now. Roxit cowers. Smoke lands. It's going to be onto Frozen. His Molotov's going to show exactly where he is. He's caught with a smoke in his hands, and as it dribbles down, so do the chances of Mousesports winning this round.
Yeah, especially the 4 versus 3. They don't really have much grounds to justify this retake. I would say to save the weapon, especially that smoke going down now.
Gift.
Yeah, and they just want to get out of there. And you're absolutely right. That smoke allows them to actually keep 3 players up at least. Avantgarde have got the right set on the prize of winning the round, and we'll see them just holding on to the bomb now. So that's another one on the board for them, 12-10. And at this stage, we're going to have third stage loss bonus for Mousesports. So they keep 3 players up. Rob still has $2,000 residual cash. He can drop 1 gun. There will be 1 compromise here, but still 2 M4s and AWP. A kit for Robs, 1 smoke as well. So they're okay. Sig currently sitting on 11 kills, 13 deaths. He has had issues today with his peripherals. I'm not sure whether that's translating into this game. I really don't know, to be honest. Well, if we can ask them after the game if they win, maybe we can make that the first question.
I think that definitely is something that we can get.
Let's get the answers to that, because it's on my mind. No, it's on yours. I can see it in your face.
Yeah, I can't stop wanting to, every time Woxic's missing a shot, I can't, like, with a new mouse, a brand new mouse at the major, by the way, a random one that he's been given. For anyone that has just joined the series halfway through and missed the technical timeout 4 rounds in, it was due to a dysfunctional mouse, and a replacement has had to be adopted by Woxic. I mean, it's not as bad, but nearly as bad as when Guardian had his injury and was playing a grand final with, I think it was like quadruple his sense.
Yeah.
It really is just Absurd.
I was going to say that, but I thought, you know what, Alex has got this. He'll say absurd first. Well then, seems to be the focal point this round for Avangard. Oh my goodness, not before a grenade that somehow doesn't take Kicker down. It landed at his feet, had about 30 HP, he goes down to 1, and he'll be given the AWP at this point. That's fine. As long as he stays alive, he's still part of the conversation. We will see now, 1 minute on the clock. James given the AK-47, he'll be joining Adren with the rifle procedure towards middle. They've got that control. Frozen with the MP9, but it's actually reasonably strong towards the A side of the map. Problem is Carrigan, no utility. They've got Voxy with the AWP watching quad, and then we have Robs in the pit, I believe. So they don't have any utility between them, but they still have players there. Enough presence, at least.
Oh, Carrigan. He's using that silenced M4 perfectly. He sees a smoke. He knows he can shoot. Very hard to pinpoint his position. Let's get it, actually trying to use that AWP towards B. Fires off the shot, using that 1 HP as best he can to try and keep the CTs on their toes. Carrigan, he considered it for just a moment. Now Woxic sees the bomb and gets the frag. Rops is there alongside Carrigan. They're filling the feed. Just kick it, and James and make it just kick it. 1 HP in a dream. He's going to try and save that AWP as best he can.
Yeah, nothing he can really do about this. He will be saving the sniper rifle here. 5 players up against him, and the clock as well. Now, 5 seconds remaining. It looks like he's absolutely fine to save it. We have got Frozen and T-Spawn, but not in the right position. No. Yeah, if he'd got his skates on there, there was a chance potentially, but not going to happen.
If he threw his smoke perfectly, it bounced off the door frame and did 1 damage to him.
If only he knew.
God, if only he was cheating and he could see through walls.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Still, 12-11 will be the score. Let's get a replay of that Woxic frag, just shutting them down immediately as they stood, forced then to not only be concerned about the site, but also pit the clock, all playing.
Crossfires there, they're not hunting for kills at all, they're waiting for full commitment from Avangard with the clock low as well to really force the issue towards the quad side, so that was cool to see. They win the round, and they've sent Rops down towards the bottom and middle here, Voxy to protect him, as now he's got the AK. This is where he can thrive, but they're waiting for him, and Kick Up deals with him in due course. There's going to be a nice opening pick, 5 versus 4, and now they can really just wait for any sort of reaction to the CTs now. Carrigan, here it is, he'll try his best to get this next kill. He didn't take any damage!
Okay!
That's insane.
Wow, from a little bit of a mess with the MP9, he recovers with an absolute nonsense. And look at Chris Chase!
What?
He's gonna one!
No!
Not a second, tags up Buster. Some craziness in round 24 from Mouse Sports. First they charge down middle, then Carrigan shooting people through smoke, Chris Chase behind them. Well, they know how to turn this game around and keep us on our toes, but still, Kick It and Buster. This is far from said and done. We just let everything settle back down. Woxic's heading back towards the A site, leaving Frozen in a 1-man mission on B.
True.
No nades at all. He's going to have to just fight.
Yeah, he can just sit towards email like he is, though, and just play for full commitment.
All the players he finds is the bomb carrier. Sanji goes down. They will be able to get those digits punched in without too much other than time.
So they're not an exactly amazing spot defender for 4B execution here, but there's not really much potential.
Ну типа так нормально? Сейчас посмотрим. Ну типа...
Gets beaten up. They've made it wider, but still a brutal place to put yourself early.
О, Адриан.
And yet a necessity.
A very slow approach here. B control granted to Avangard, at least the banana section. They have got Chris J waiting at the coffins, and of course they'll have Frozen waiting with the AK-47 towards the new boxes here.
Deep smoke on banana,
smoke left, and a couple of flashes between them, so they're not an exactly amazing.
And that's enough information from Mouse Sports. It's the safest way to take that peek. Chris J, an expert, he touched the sandbag just over the top, and that's the hardest shot. I mean, this is great. Look, we get a perfect tutorial from Chris J. You saw how little he gets to see. Oh, but that's should have been a kill. So he gets away. Chris J, he's lucky to be alive. Frozen, looking to keep him that way. He's going to try and defend in front of that smoke. Adder in the meantime burns him. Nice work. Bounces off the skybox. Buster through the smoke, and that should be the sight. That could be the round. Carrigan, the fact that he's re-smoking that does suggest he wants to try and contest. Pushing through the smoke, looking to catch them by surprise. And Banana, I love the thought process. Buster keeps him safe though.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough here from Mouse Sports. 4 versus 2 now. They have got a lot of cash, but not really much to suggest they'll go for this one. They've got one player all the way in T-Apps. It's going to be Rops and Voxy looking for exit kills. If they somehow come through CT spawn, it'd be a nightmare if they did. No real reason to do that, considering you have Banana control right now. So it looks like another round on the board for Avangard. They take the lead 13-12 here. Looking to go 2-0 on the first day here at the Challenger stage of the Major. And we've got Avangard already taking down Complexity on Inferno earlier, and they could take Mouse Sports as well. But remember, CT side, Mouse Sports still plenty of cash. Voxig was 7k even after he saves the AWP, so he can certainly drop a weapon, but he might not want to, considering he's the AWPer. We will see. As we take a tactical time on the CT side, that's Mouse Sports calling it. A chance to discuss things. You can see Voxig lifting up the headset again. Now, Alex, you get a closer look at the mouse there. Is that the one that had the Sensei Raw?
That is not the Sensei Raw. Certainly not with that lighting. RGB cannot be found on the base of the Sensei Raw. I think...
If you know what the mouse it is, let us know.
I think my Roccat Cone guess is good.
And he's left-handed, by the way.
Yeah, that is a thing.
So maybe that's why the mouse is a bit of an issue.
The ergonomic, he has to have an ambidextrous mouse.
That's what it is, isn't it?
That's why I have one at home.
Okay, there we go. So that's maybe why he can't have a spare.
A breakthrough.
I would still say don't use a mouse that's only one of available.
Well, there's more than one of them.
No, I mean the Sensei. If he doesn't have a spare, maybe that's why he doesn't have a spare, because they're quite hard to find, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he has to use a mouse. Which one do you use, for example?
I use the Logitech G Pro now, but that's the ambidextrous version. You can switch the buttons.
You can. Well, there you go.
I just remember when the Death Adder was like the only gaming mouse on the market. I just remember
2013 edition.
Left-handed gamers were not happy. I'm on the Diamondback 3G from eBay, bro.
I remember that, because that was the one that was actually a flat instead of the Death Adder, which is curved, right? Okay. Interesting. Anyway,
Smoke from Kicker, thank you for listening to our Peripheral podcast.
For the lefties out there.
Tune in next week. This was for the lefties out there, yeah? All 4 of us. Nice work so far. Just trying to bully any early Banana presence, but it hasn't really landed. Kicker and Buster are my biggest takeaways from a Vanguard so far. I think that these guys have got balls of steel. It hasn't been the greatest series for Kicker. It certainly had some impact frags, though.
Well then, less than a minute remaining. Avangard currently in the lead, 13-12, another best of 1 game for you here. Winner of this will be 1 step closer to the next stage of the tournament.
1 step away.
1 step away, you're right, yes. I guess both apply.
Both certainly do. There wasn't less a correction, more of an...
a bit of malice in your voice there.
We could call it an addition.
Towards A, the flash attack from Avangard once again. We're going to see 3 players busting out of the apartments here, and they'll probably have a smoke towards Library. Flash to come now. There it is, and Rops, he looks very comfortable with this. He finds the bomb and will stay alive at this point.
Lovely stuff. Sanji towards Apps. That's not bad. Adren shuts him down, and oh my goodness, Sanji. Suddenly, this round is looking more and more comfortable for a Vanguard. The bomb can go in uncontested. The rotate will come in, and Woxig's a little late to the parties. He's coming from Banana. Smoke lands to obscure Carrigan's view, and my goodness, with Chris J falling, I think that might be enough.
I think you might be right there. That's a very important kill. It's Adren to find it. Carrigan and Voxic, they still have a slight chance. The flash goes in, and Carrigan's been great in these sort of plays so far, but James hits a stunning shot. That will confirm things, and now it gets a little bit scary for the Mouse Sports boys, because they do not have maximum loss bonus at all. They're going to be 14-12 down. I think they're at 3rd stage after this, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be $2,400 per player. They are in a lot of trouble now. Voxic saves the AWP. He has enough to drop 1 weapon. Rops can buy himself. The other 3, they're not so much. They're less than that. So he's got $1,900 per player. It's a 2nd stage loss bonus, Alex. This is now problematic. So they've got 1 more pause remaining. I would say they use it now. I need to work out what the play's going to be. You have Rops who's brought up. They're going to buy whatever happens, but are they going to discuss their options here?
So, yeah, it looks like Woxic has managed to supply 2 with his AWP as well. So, okay, so yeah, we get the FAMAS and the MP9. All right, let's see how this one works out. This is a huge round for Mouse Sports' fate. A Vanguard, should they win this, they should have a walk in the park to secure 2-0. day one of the Berlin Major. Aggressive from Woxic in the flames, no one there to receive, and it just costs him half of his health for the gamble. Buster, that's a quick one from Woxic. I mean, especially with Buster winning that fight so regularly in his first showing on Inferno. Information denied towards Arch. No player was present though.
Well then, back towards B they go. It's been a very successful part of the map for Avangard. They have lost that first pick, courtesy of Woxic. He'll have 51 HP, 1 frag to his name. That's Buster as well, who's been phenomenal today. Is it enough though? Mouse Sports will have 2 players towards B. That's going to be Carrigan and Frozen with a smoke between them. FAMAS and an MP9 combined, both on the bomb site here. They're going to bait out that smoke any second. Frozen knows it. He'll have to get rid of it any second now. Can't wait much longer. It has to be deployed.
They want to use Carrigan instead. He gets the damage, gets the info. The smoke from Frozen deployed, and now just the 1-for-1. Kickit and James. Huge work from that B defense. Not only do they slow them down, the rotate's already arrived. Look at this. Woxic from construction. Kickit does escape towards pool. Oh, he eats that flash for breakfast. Nice work. James now looking to go 1 versus 3 to put them on match point. Woxic's just training his aim on this. This shouldn't be a problem, but it is now. James anticipating a banana push. Now focus his attention back on the site. Christian makes his presence clear. He's holding it. He's holding it. And he's doing oh so well. 1 second. James falls straight into his trap, and the Dutchman is flying. 13 for Mouse Sports. That's a ballsy call from Chris.
So Frozen, I think I didn't quite catch it, but this is what I think just happened there. Frozen saw the Molotov thrown towards first oranges. Instead of throwing his smoke towards the actual gateway of the bomb site itself, he threw the smoke on top of the first oranges to suggest the CT was there, and he extinguished the flames, and he was hiding within that smoke. That's what I think happened there. That's a godlike play. If that was the case, it enabled Carrigan to maybe get 1 kill off the back of that. But still, that was quite cool. He had the option to actually try and put the smoke down to block their vision.
I was looking, I was desperately trying to find where that smoke went.
I think that's what he did. I think he threw it on the Molotov flames to suggest someone had extinguished that sitting in there.
And so that you're going to have people pre-aiming that gives you more of an element of surprise, isn't it? I love the theory. Of course, didn't quite get to catch it all. So much happening in such a short space of time. It's the beauty of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, because that's all they had to work with there. The smoke landed at the first oranges. That's what I think happened. If it did, that's really quite smart from Frozen. But either way, they will be winning the round courtesy of a 4 defuse from Chris J there. Balls of steel. At that point, he fired off a shot, hit the defuse, and while the orb's still rattling out, he might not have heard the defuse come. In-spot defender.
Happening in such a short space of time. It's the beauty of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, because that's all they had to work with there. The smoke landed at the first oranges. That's what I think happened. If it did, that's really quite smart from Frozen. But either way, they will be winning the round courtesy of a 4 defuse from Chris J there. Balls of steel. At that point, he fired off a shot, hit the defuse, and while the orb's still rattling out, he might not have heard the defuse come. In-spot defender.
Happening in such a short space of time. It's the beauty of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, because that's all they had to work with. The smoke landed at the first oranges. That's what I think happened. If it did, that's really quite smart from Frozen. But either way, they will be winning the round courtesy of a 4 defuse from Chris J there. Balls of steel. At that point, he fired off a shot, hit the defuse, and while the orb's still rattling out, he might not have heard the defuse come. Got themselves to 15th round, but Kicker somehow catches Woxic off guard. He wasn't ready for that one at all. He gets a shot off, but it's nowhere near the target. Opening kill for them, and now it will be just Carrigan waiting on the site.
I mean, here's the steps. He's fully flashed. Is he going to go wide on this? It looks like he's going to have a go. Just the one. Jane quick on the trigger with the AWP. Bomb should go in. There's 3 CT for Sanji. It's behind enemy lines. Knife out from Rops. He makes a bit of a meal of it.
Didn't say he was the best.
And that's going to be Chris J shutting him down. 14 then, and that will be 15.
He did make a bit of a meal of it, but it was such a prime position. That was like, it was looking so good, but then the shots didn't really land. If he died there, that would have been really awkward. I think they still win the round, but it was such a brilliant setup. Didn't quite stick it, but
so patient. He was sitting there for the entire B take, looking to catch out the A rotate, and while that's you're looking at them, Chris J and Frozen. Rops, of course, caught out by Sanji. And so match point then for a Vanguard, looking to go untouched, unscathed through the first day of the Berlin Major.
Lovely round from them. Unfortunate there for Voxic, caught out by Kicker, who just swings around through the flames and takes him down. He didn't see it coming at all.
It was such a weird place for a molly to be.
Yeah, it was an odd series of events.
Yeah.
But either way, it's match point for Avangard, and they will be the ones taking a timeout here. It's understandable. These are the hardest rounds to find. Number 16, they're on the CT side. You know they've saved weapons as well, so you need to really be confident in what you're going to be presenting later on. You're going for another slow default. You're going to go for that flash attack from the apartments we've seen a few times. Or you could do balls to the wall at this point, rush middle, and give Mouseball to taste their own medicine. There's James.
What, I mean, when you've got 2 rounds to play with, and...
Well, this is the round. If you're ever going to close it out, this would be it. They've got 2 Deagles and a Scout, right? With 2 rifles to go with it. Ideally, you want to do a real slow round here, just work out what they've got.
Pull teeth, go around the map and just slowly make your extractions.
But it's never easy.
Certainly not when you're playing against Chris J, Robs, Frozen, Carrigan, and Woxic. This will not be given for free. No. Let's see what a Vanguard can do to secure the dream first day of the major. Chris J does not care. Frozen catches Kicker through the smoke, and they looking for a silent exit on Banana. He's looking to have the element of surprise. You can see his eyes quickly glance towards the floor. That's white. The deep Banana control. Frozen's having a little bit of a KZ challenge. Yep, there we go. Self boosts himself onto the wall. Chris J pushed up. Nothing for James to find here. I mean, if he chooses to go a little more aggressive, he's going to get traded by Chris J instantaneously. You can see that smoke. Wow, that came a long way. That's from Rops, all the way from balcony to land top of Banana. Deep Banana. That's quite the smoke. Keeps them locked out.
1 minute remaining. AK heading towards T-spawn. Again, wants to make sure that no CTs can get their dirty hands on it.
And I think there's no more smokes available. I thought perhaps Chris J and Frozen were using Ropses to keep hold of their own. Not the case. Weapon swap, Bogdan's Law, and all that.
All that stuff.
All of that stuff.
Oh, the flashbang.
If he gets this right, the flash is going to be coming in a little too late, though. Chooses to back away and keep hold of it. Now would be an opportune moment. Perfect work. 35 seconds. Anything to slow them down. Anything to let the cavalry arrive. It's Woxic, it's Carrigan. It's match point. They've got to do everything here. 27 seconds. If that bomb doesn't go down soon! Oh! What was that? An explosion of frags. All in favor of Mouse. Buster, he's trying to get that all out of the way. You can see the little wobble. And so looks to go to his death. Take me. I'm ready. I'm yours.
Well, that's quite smart by him, to say the least. The fact he throws away the orb knowing they haven't got that on that side of the map, that's great. They still can't afford the AWP, but they can... Oh, I say that. They actually can on the T7. There's still compromises to be made. There was Buster with $1,500, and they just straight up buy the AWP. No conversation had, just bought it straight away. And what's going to be the repercussions?
What did they get out of this then? Hang on a second. I'm looking at the you know,
Sanji's
you'll never guess.
He's got no armor and a CZ. He's been wrecked.
I love Sanji. I want to meet him.
He's getting wrecked.
Oh,
he gets no armor and a CZ.
It's almost like the Chad Sponge Birchall of late stage Vox Eminor, you know, just a vending machine.
That's so gutting for him.
Okay, 15 to 14. Now they're the ones making the sacrifices. Only utility they have is on one man. Chris J's banana push alongside Frozen was how they found the round prior, and he's there again with a gap in the smoke. Intentional? Not sure.
They have 1 smoke, 2 flashes. No one thought about the utility side of the game. There's all this board up there so quickly.
I mean, that's why you're so adamant about those timeouts when you have...
Well, if you have them available, you at least have the freeze time. You can discuss the options. It seems like as soon as the freeze time came in, everyone's just like, boom, 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 boom. Everything they could
hit
get.
The buy-binds and go.
Yeah. Now you got nothing. How are you going to crack things open here?
Isn't it? I mean, that's an interesting conundrum you're presenting me with, because admittedly, the CTs, they've kind of not got much left, so the punishment for this is minimal. Nobody's yet littered the battlefield, and only 1 smoke for Chris J for the defense. No Molotov presence either.
Well, if he gets the clock down to 30 seconds, that smoke becomes world-class.
Infinitely powerful,
it's so good, but he needs to get there first. So we'll see if that's possible. They're buggering around here on the Avangard side. I'm not sure the players, they've got the bomb there, but what do? They've got 1 smoke. Now flashed off. That's going to cost him a bit of time. He had to fire a shot as well. So now you want to throw that smoke in if you can. There it is. They might have to go through this.
I think they are. They're already ahead of it, and there was no one with eyes on it, and so the rotate will come in from the CTs. Chris J's smoke will extinguish the Molotov enough to have him have a way out, but Vax and another two! Frozen and Woxic have found frags as well. A Vanguard with 5 seconds left. The bomb is loose. James got an AWP, but that's not enough. 15-15. We're going to overtime.
We absolutely are. There we have it. It will remain on the CT side for Mouseboard, but that was just pretty weak from Avantgarde there. Like, the fact they brought up with no grenades. So you bring out an AWP on the T side of Inferno instead of grenades, like, that is silly. I'm sorry, like, James has not justified his play to the extent you're going to have no grenades in the final round of the game.
Я отрубаюсь. Типа... Такое себе. Всем пока,